Good afternoon, guys. The Exoskeleton Pioneer coming in here from my garage. The reason I'm coming in today is just kind of give you an overview of what I'm doing. Some of you might think it's a bit sporadic, right? Hey, what is this guy doing, right? Is this guy a military guy? Is this guy a rehab guy? Is this guy just crazy? The reality is I'm everything, okay? So I'm going to kind of give this to you guys in a nutshell. When I designed the kinetic resistance apparatus, it had a few protocols, okay? You can say I initially designed it for outer space protocols. I initially designed it for rehab because I do sometimes walk on a cane due to a childhood incident. These are all true, okay? All of it came from a balancary principle that I created many years ago back in university that the universities hated, by the way. They absolutely couldn't stand it. They said my theory was unsound and unlogical. Where am I now? I built it, right? So you guys can take a look at my videos. You know it works. You've seen it work. It's pretty cool. It's also helped me out a lot through different stages of my life. Okay, I want it to help others. So some of you guys might think, hey, this guy's super pompous talking about high IQ, low IQ. Reality spectrum here, reality check. I'm doing this all for you guys. Okay, I wouldn't have built it to begin with. People don't do things just for themselves in the end of the day. We try to solve problems, okay, which can evolve humanity. That's why we want the high IQ individuals. That's why we want the great thinkers to stand up, rise to the occasion, and spend their time doing something worth doing, okay? I've been a slave to the corporate system long enough to understand that living somebody else's dream is not going to help humanity. Okay, we are not going to rise above anything if we continue down the path. And that is not, as a father, that is not the role model I want to be for the future, for our next generation. Our next generation has to move past this capitalism and corporatism and develop systems to help heal each other, okay, and help drive the world forward. But we do have to put our trust and our faith into the individuals who can actually help versus the ones who pull back and make things worse, okay? Because if you are too woke, you are too part of the system, you are never going to help evolve anything, okay? So reality is, okay, and I use the word reality, it helps ground me. It helps ground me when I say reality check, reality is. That's not for you guys, that's for me, okay? What are we trying to do here? My company's name is Aorte Fitness. It's been around for a long time. I have both an incorporation and a sole proprietor. Okay, we're over a decade old, but I had to take a few steps back during this pandemic, so to speak. Okay, I don't know what you guys want to call that. I call that the rise and fall of Canada. Okay, not so much the rise, but the fall of Canada. Okay, I side with Kevin O'Leary on that one. Get Trudeau out of office. Okay, I'm not trying to make this political, but get him out of there. Okay. Nothing has gone right. I was, having beers with the colonels and the generals until this guy came into power. So this thing had a future until it didn't. Okay, small businesses in this country had a future until they didn't. So why am I here with you guys today? I want to give you guys an overlay of what I'm doing. Okay, so yeah, my subscribers are low. Don't care. I don't care. I just kind of started this a few weeks ago, just trying to give you guys, the public, the general public, an idea of what I'm doing. I'm bootstrapping this all over again. I'm starting from scratch with my same corporate name and going at it all over again. The reason I'm doing that is because over the last few years, my patents were stolen from me by many corporate players. They were stolen, okay? And I'm going back at it, okay? Because I need the money. I need to raise that money, need to raise that capital so I can go after them and prove to the world that stuff's mine. That's my intellectual property. Those are my balancary formulas. And it's, you know what? In the end of the day, if I make a lot of money off of it, I will give back because that's who I am. Okay? Once I make my family happy, then what's left? Okay? A couple Ferraris, maybe, but then I'm just going to back off the pedal and I'm going to give this money back to where it belongs. Back to our small businesses, especially in Canada. Okay, but I'll probably be gone from this country at the rate we're going. Okay, so what does Aorte Fitness do? I'll tell you right now. We specialize in the research and development of exoskeleton technologies. That's wearables. That's something you put on your back just like this. Okay, it's a wearable technology. I specialize in patents. I can get a granted patent like this because coming up with a new idea, well, guess what? It's easy for me. It's easy for me, right? This is a bloody joke for me. Okay, this is what I do. These are wearables that will aid in the physical demands of the industrial workspaces. Let's say you're sorting. Everybody's like, what is this thing on this guy? What if you're sorting all day long? Okay? Your ligaments, your tendons, your brachialis, your deltoids, they all take a great degree of strain. Okay? Your wrists. Okay? Let's try to start healing for carpal tunnel. All you need is this thing. Okay? And maybe some cool attachments that go with it. Right? So what's next? Industrial workplaces. Terrestrial, extraterrestrial applications. What does terrestrial mean? Is anything on Earth? You know, I can help with anything on Earth, but I can also help in space. Okay, I had this reviewed by space agencies. They love it. They think the technology is great. Okay, will it apply to outer space right now? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? You know, trying to land a NASA contract is difficult as it comes, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. Right, Elon? Right? And resistance training environments. The thing about this resistance device is it allows us to not just lift a load, but push the load from our body. So we can not only design physical lifting elements, but we can use it to train our bodies. I was ripped once. I got to get back there. Maybe I'll make a journey of weight loss using the application because I have dad bod right now. And that's the reality check, right? So if I don't heal that, I'll be sleeping in this garage just like for everything else that I do, right? But I like it, my garage. This is my place, right? I built it to, you know, just have some fun and do some cool things in. What do our patents do? The reality is our patents were supposed to protect us, okay? Not sure if that was the greatest small business venture of my 20s saying, oh, I'm going to patent this, I'm going to patent that. It was supposed to protect me, okay? But the big lawyers from the big corporations who stole my ideas don't think my patent has value over their ideas, even though they're duplicates of my imagery. Great job. Great job. And that's the little guy trying to go after the big guy, right? Right? So, again, let's jump back on the horse here and go after it again. But these patents are state-of-the-art, allowing for robotics, spatial, VR, AR, okay, spatial recognition, haptics, okay, this is pretty much a built-in haptic sensor, right? I have biometrics. That's one thing I don't share with you guys because that's very proprietary. I can take Bluetooth consoles and take that force measurement and put it onto the computer. Awesome for health, rehabilitation, you know, military, okay? You can use some imagination if you're using haptic sensory perception and you have full control over your military or full control over the enemy's military. Okay, very dangerous applications here. This is very dangerous stuff. Very dangerous stuff. As soon as you turn into robotics protocols anyway, right? But the thing about me compared to robotics is the human is in control. The human is in control, okay? Remember that. Remember that. It takes a human to lead a series of robots in the end of the day. This is very important for us. The military application is huge because we can lift a firearm. But human advancement in general is why we're here. It's why we're here. That's why I'm doing so many different types of projects with this and having so much relatively different ideas coming off this page. Like I said, we got 73 subscribers. Let's aim for 1 million. Let's just push for the top. I'm a business guy. I don't care. I know those the first few numbers a little bit harder than the last numbers. But in the end of the day, I don't care where I start. I don't care if I have one viewer and that viewer is my mom. By the way, my mom's not enjoying my channel right now, meaning I must be doing a good job to some extent. Because when you start rocking the boat, even with family members, you know you're being authentic. Okay? That's not a hateful disposition by any means. What I'm trying to say, and I love you guys out there. I love my family, I love my friends, and I love the community in general. What I'm trying to say is when you start rocking the boat, when you start not so much making enemies, but making people not like what you're doing, it means you're being true to yourself. Okay? And if you can't be true to yourself, then you'll never be able to be a designer or an inventor. Okay? Just remember that. If you're a young lad or lady out there and you want to do something big, don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. Just do it anyway. Just do it anyway. Okay? I love you guys. You're awesome. Now, what am I? Who am I? I'm the Exoskeleton Pioneer. Yeah, people are going to say, oh, you know, this person's further along, this person's this. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I designed this in 2014, 2015. I designed my balance theory in 2010, 2009 kind of time frame. In the end of the day, I'm one of the first originators. Just because my product didn't get out there before some of those people who are lifting cars, blah, 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 doesn't mean that I'm late to the party. I am the party. They're all ripping me off. Read the patent. Read the patent. They're not all ripping me off, and some people we can collaborate with going forward. But there's a lot of individuals who have stolen this technology. Okay? So when you look through my page, okay, you guys are going to kind of see some videos here. We got me lifting a bat. MLB, man. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me, guys. I can lift a bat. Not only can I lift it, I can put that resistance tension out with you while you're batting, right? I'm a horrible batter. I have an even worse pitch, but imagine you have a ball, okay? I have a ball here. Cool. Okay? Imagine you have a ball. You can actually throw that ball. Let's say that resistance cord's up here. Instead, I'm going to take it off my arm and show you. Okay? Let's say that resistance cord's attached to the ball. You can actually get, okay, that force value. You can train those muscles to throw the ball. Awesome. Katana work, sword work, working on this military prop for firearms. We can lift it, okay? We can lift it using the device. Yeah, it's all over the place. That's cool. I like that it's all over the place. Okay, reality check. Sometimes having a lot of ideas is better than one. But that doesn't mean we're not going to narrow down if we find our niche here on YouTube. What else do we got here? Look at that, journey to weightlessness. What am I doing here? Okay, I'm lifting a 44-pound weight in front of me. I didn't design it to lift weights. I'm just showing you guys that I can lift a weight. Okay, it's a really good realization to say, hey, this guy can lift 40 pounds. This guy can lift 20 pounds. I'm not trying to design an exoskeleton to reverse you trying to be stronger at the gym. That doesn't make any sense to me, right? I'm just trying to showcase to you guys what we can do. Okay, riot gear right here to your side, right? I'm building an exoskeletal arm that can actually design and lift elements with the robotics protocols and the motorized versions of my embodiments through my patent. Okay? So we're using these jib systems to power an exoskeleton. By the way, we reserve the right for these exoskeletons to charge power through those spring sets on the back that are moving in those linear lines. It's all really cool. When I say soldiers, watch this. The military can be your best or your worst client in the end of the day. But I want them to know this thing exists. Why? Because I can save lives, not just from picking up a gun. I can pick up your limbs. I can take these, jib systems in the carabiners, attach them to your feet, and I can lift your limbs. Let's say you got shot in the leg. You're waiting for your boy to come save you. You don't have to wait anymore. Yeah, you might want to wait in some situations, right? But you can attach it to your leg, and you can use it to lift that limb. Okay, military applications, stretchers, okay? You should see what the Chinese did. I'll post that later. They actually ripped off my marketing, okay? My marketing for the dual stretcher. They did it themselves, and now they're selling a random exoskeleton that doesn't even have any procking value, right? But they stole my marketing, right? Such as being part of small business. I have no hate for it, right? And I have no hate to erase, but when you have no IP enforcement, you can do whatever you want, okay? Disabled? Absolutely, right? You design this technology, again, kind of like that wounded soldier, to lift that leg variable up and down, okay? Really cool. That's where I initially got some of my startup and seed funding for this design. Proper industrial box lifts. We can actually lift. Now, I'm not carrying everything over here. I'm just kind of giving you a walkthrough of what we're doing. I love to play the guitar. Not saying I'm amazing at it. Not saying I'm bad at it. But if you hear me popping up through the guitar here and there, don't be too shocked. Power tools. That's where we've had our ideas stolen from us, especially in the motorized embodiments. I'm not going to throw out any names because these big corporations are so big that they can bury me, right? They can bury me. So my idea is, instead of getting buried, I'm just going to leave it up to your imagination until I find the right lawyer to kind of support my cause. But they ripped off figure 11 of my embodiments in a locked and fixed plane position, which is a utility duplication on my patent. Okay? But I can lift a power tool better than anybody on planet Earth, absolutely. I just need a few power tools. I'm I'm kind of that precision guy who just uses small tools. Other than that, I'm going to kind of show you guys through the Carriere embodiments of what we do, how our design elements works, and I'm going to start, as time goes, comparing them to other exoskeletal technologies. Not so much to give bad reviews to the exoskeletons, but I would very much like to compare them to technologies that are very closely related to mine and how we can collaborate going forward. You can hear the toddler, so if she does open the door, I do apologize. They like to see what I'm doing in here. Shovels, big one. Okay, anybody blew out their back using a shovel? Okay, to more of the elderly community. I'm not even sure if they have the phone stamina to sit at this video this long. And you know what? We're pushing on 15 minutes, so I'm probably going to call it. But lifting a shovel is a joke for me. It's an absolute joke. Lifting anything's a joke for me. I want you guys to enjoy this channel. I don't care about my subscriber growth. That's not why I'm here. I'm here for general awareness. You guys have yourself a great day. Thanks for listening to me. Enjoy. Bye.